This is a teardown of a Psion Teklogix 7535G2 handheld barcode scanner inventory tracker computer thing. And this one will be interesting, but also difficult. I have not tore one of these apart yet, so yeah. The last one of these I had that I was thinking about tearing apart was ran over by a truck. And I was like, nope, not doing it. I gave up. I believe these run Windows CE or another old school Windows Mobile PDA software. Don't know if people still use these or not. I got a bunch of them to recycle though. Bunch. Let's see here. Well, oops, lost a button. Just wasn't lifting in the right direction. Alrighty, I'm just looking here. This glass digitizer over the screen. Oh, better put my safety glasses back on. This is glass. Maybe it's not glass. Awfully flexible. It should be a touchscreen. Oh no, it's glass. It cracked. This would be something where you probably want to use a razor blade. Oh man. Causing myself more problems. Maybe I'll take off the keypad, see if it reveals any surprises. That's neat. It's interesting, the different colors. I'm not sure what the point of that is, because these are miniature tactile push buttons. Wow, this thing's really put together with lots of strong double-sided tape. There's got to be a way to get this shell apart. Looks like it's been partially disassembled. There's a seam. Just don't understand. Try not to hurt myself on the broken glass. I think that's down. Maybe that's not a seam. I think this slides out. Oh. Well, there you go. Digitizer. I don't think there's any glass in the buttons. I don't know if this would be very repairable from the standpoint of the shell. Clearly the board though, that's made to be easily removed. Let's see if we can get this thing apart. Ooh, I'm glad I was motivated to get the button assembly off. Oh, using little like pogo pins. And there's a controller chip there by Microchip. It's a PIC 16LF874A. So a lot of intelligence in this keypad apparently. Otherwise it's just digitizer and the housing. Just looking here. Somehow those contacts connect. Oh, wrong side, there we go. Right there. I don't know if that's power. Oh, I think it's backlight. It looks like it's going to this, and maybe it's a backlight. Golly, look at all this presumably power regulation stuff. Contact paths, because down on the side there's more of these little pins like this that brush up against it for this back connector. Kind of hard to show down in there though. Some plastic clips that hold the top half to the main board. Doing this off frame because I want to be able to control what I'm doing. Something going on here. It's like that coil is busted there. Not sure how much that would matter. The front display is attached somehow. There has to be a way to get that in and out. I really like how this display is shock mounted. I made it very durable. There we go. Something like that. Captain tape here holding holding the ribbon cable in place. They were not stingy on it. Really wanted to make sure that display stayed where it belongs. And the display appears to be made by Sharp. Additional wire there. Oh, backlight might have been built into the display. Let's see how hard it would be to get this apart. Captain tape holding this together. Frame. Separate the LCD in theory. I'm going to take off this back support as well. This metal is very thin and razor sharp, so I gotta watch my fingers and try not to stab myself with a screwdriver at the same time. So I got a reflector and a diffuser layer. There's the LED lights, so the backlight's definitely built into the display assembly. This might be a polarizing layer. Oh wow, that's crazy. So if it's one direction, can't see anything. And if it's the other, it's like it's not even there. Huh, that's fun. I think this might be another polarizer. Not sure. Can't tell what that's all about. Appears to be the back of the display. It's just weird that it's so reflective. I don't know how the light gets through it. I guess maybe that's what the polarizer does. Let's find out. Can't tell. Anywho, let's get this further apart. Support plastic. It's interesting. Almost like a power bus. Or it could just be a plastic coated piece of metal, I suppose. So it doesn't conduct anything. cut myself. Cut my knuckle a little bit. Not bleeding. I just took off a little layer of the skin. Stuff is treacherous. Little connector there. Send display control signals through. That's the display controller. We assume some of that's power regulation for the display as well. Got an SD card slot and presumably a CF card slot. Just want to look here what this says. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a battery. Bluetooth module there. If I can get to focus. All right. Oh, super caps. 10 farad, 2.5 volt. I've never seen a flat one before. That is so cool. I'm used to capacitors being round. But yeah, 2 farad, 2.5 volts. It's a super cap. This other one, the writing must be on the other side, but I would guess it's super cap as well. Strange. I've never seen a flat super cap before. Holy moly. Oh, those chips. This thing's jam-packed in. No wonder there's so much power regulation. Just looking to see if there's anything interesting I need to remove. No. Alright, I'm going to go back to the back, even though I just showed how exciting the front is. Got a Xilinx chip there. Whole bunch of power regulation going on. Fancy pants resistor right there. It's a DL Fichet resistor there from the looks of it. I don't know what that number is, how many ohms it is, but yeah. Alright, we'll look at the fun side now. Got a Marvell chip. NHPX A270C5. That is Samsung for a second, but I don't know what brand that is. Some memory there. Texas Instruments chip. Looks like it might be an interface chip for the CF card slot. And dual Intel flash modules. I assume for redundancy purposes. So it's for Texas Instruments chip there. And an unknown. And these coils are heavily potted so they don't get damaged, but that one still got damaged, although I don't know if it's from abuse or from person's previous attempt to disassemble it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But hopefully that's interesting, and thanks for watching.